and I was excited the way we came out and played. There's some things here and there that we'd want back, but overall that was a good win, and that was a good way to close out the second half. We did much better, burning the clock up there and being able to run the ball and execute. And I'm excited for our guys. They've worked extremely hard. We haven't always performed the best, and there were things tonight that were extremely frustrating, but we'll continue to clean those things up and move forward and try to close out a season. We got 2 games left. So credit to the Louisiana Tech and Coach Cumby. That's a great team, and we just kind of came out and played well tonight. But I do want to acknowledge the fans that did come, though. We need more fans to come out, but those that keep coming, I surely appreciate it. The players do as well.
0 sacks, 1 tackle for loss. Nice to have Brock and Christian back up front.
Yeah, surely. Just the leadership, the energy, the consistency. Those guys are really naturally positive players, so when things don't go well, they're good for the huddle. We got to make sure that we close out these 2 games the right way for those seniors, not just those 2, but these seniors that deserve it. Those that came and those that stayed. I surely am thankful for those guys that stayed.
I mean, I think the numbers tell the story with the defense. 3 points allowed, sub 200 yards, only 60 passing yards. Just what can you say about your defense's performance and what's kind of becoming a theme of this is just kind of how, you obviously expected, but now I think how fans have expected them to perform week in and week out.
Yeah, I think it's a culture thing. I think it's wrapping your team's mind around, your defense's mind around playing with a certain level of grit and toughness and effort and expecting to hold people. The world thinks it's crazy. Years ago, we set goals to hold people to 17 points, and I just thought that was crazy. And the more we retain players and keep them in this system, I do believe our goals will change because it's realistic to get 10 points per game if they do it the right way. Some of the best teams and defenses in the country do it every single year, and if we want to be that, I think the expectation needs to be extremely high that way so our guys feel that and want to be a part of that, and it's coming to fruition right now.
For that defense to be this consistent, this deep into the season, are they doing anything new or surprising to you? Okay.
No, everybody's doing their job and buying into it, and we rotate a lot. We rotate at linebacker. We rotate on the back end. Some young guys are getting reps. The defensive line will switch in and out. We're able to stay fresh. And, yeah, Coach Bobbitt, the defensive staff have done an unbelievable job. That was a good offense. And, obviously, not playing without the starter hurt them. But at the same time, it's hard to hold anybody to 3 points, and we kind of gave them 3 points there. If anything, that was frustrating. It was, jumping off sides on a 56-yard field goal can't happen.
To avoid turnovers against a team that had like 15 interceptions coming into this game, did you communicate that? Obviously, Zevi knows it's important not to turn the ball over, but against a team of that caliber, what was kind of your message to him?
Really no message. I didn't have I don't want to – we try to let Zevi play a little bit, get him to relax. They just play deep on the back end, right? So it's trying to a little bit keep away from those guys on the back end and not take unnecessary risks when you don't need to. I thought for the most part, we ran the ball decent. There's going to be some things in there that we could have even ran it better. And we're going to learn from the film and get ready for a tough game.
Louisiana Tech's punter seemed to have a good night, but even with that, obviously Tony had that one return. What did you make of the field position situations that you guys were in, and then that was one situation where T-Free was able to return it?
Yeah, I'm proud of T-Free. Honestly, I wasn't sure if he was deep enough, and he wasn't deep enough, and then kind of dropped it and took a bounce, and I feel like we've improved on the coverage units. And the hold-up unit was one that I was waiting for because if we can just give him some room, he can make some plays because he's hard to tackle. And he had a nice one there that set us up for another drive.
What did you make of Kobe's interception?
I thought he should have scored.
Looking at the third down, fourth down, red zone, all conversion rates, had that really tremendously at over 50% and got both those fourth downs. I mean, what do you think of sort of the offense's ability to be able to take those opportunities well?
Yeah, I think part of winning third down is winning first and second, right? So we were able to run the ball, put us in some short yardage situations. Obviously, we were 2 for 2 on fourth down, and those are short yardage situations. But I was proud of going 3 for 3 in the red zone. That was critical. We've done a really good job in the red zone throughout the year, with the exception of a couple games. And at times we've killed ourselves. The start of that game when we marched down the field, we jump off sides. Now we got out of that, but those are the same things that hurt us when we were playing tougher opponents, when the game came down to the wire, and those are the plays that come back to haunt you, that you look at the film and we got to learn from, and we can't have dumb penalties. I'm not sure how many penalties we did have, but we had some bad ones in there that we're going to learn from and address and continue to push forward and try to improve.
Passing game, only 60-yard passing, but they had 21 attempts to hold the team to, and then 9 completions. But to hold the team to such a low average yard per completion, I mean, how is that to just not let them get downfield, not let them get chunk plays?
What's the question? Sorry.
It's how the defense is able to hold them from getting big explosive
Everybody
plays.
doing their job, and we kind of pride ourselves on not giving up explosive plays. It's something that maybe talked about a lot, and there's some things there that we had some PIs, and that was more like poor eyes than anything else. I disagree with the second PI, but yeah, great man-to-man defense, adding pressure to the quarterback, getting the quarterback off of his mark and making him feel uncomfortable, and then playing great zone defense on the back end. So making them throw the checkdowns and then eating up the space in front of us and taking the proper angles. We tackled pretty well today. That's what I would say. We made a lot of space tackles, and one guy made them, and that's 11 guys on the field. At some point, guys are going to have to make one-on-one plays, and we did tonight.
Obviously, we've talked about him a couple times this year, but it feels like the last couple games have been maybe kind of a level up in some ways for Milwaukee. Just what have you seen from him? A sack and a half tonight. I know he had the one last week or 2 weeks ago against Oregon State. Just how have you seen him grow as still kind of a young player in the realm of college football, but obviously an older guy in terms of just his age?
Yeah, I think he just keeps getting better. Really proud of him, and I'm excited for his future here. He's just a great teammate. Comes off, he's in the rotation, obviously, and every time he goes in there, he's an explosive playmaker for us. So his physicality, the ability to play D-end and then move him to D-tackle and really not miss a beat says a lot about how he's grown here and just his impact to the team for sure.
And then didn't see Leo, I don't think, at all in the first half, and then was kind of back to his normal role in the second. Just kind of what was going on with that?
We just kind of, he didn't take as many practice reps this week just with his shoulder. And we put him in there, and he seemed fine, so we just kept giving him the ball. I'm proud of Leo. He's done a really good job this whole season as far as progressing, and we need to keep giving him the ball because every time he's in there, he's slippery to tackle, and he does a good job in pass pro, and he's a great teammate. More than anything else, he's a great teammate.
The 4 straight punts in the second and third quarter, does that bother you when you end up scoring 28 or like?
Yes. Most things bother me.
Last one.
I would say this: the defense is doing a great job of continuously not giving up anything, right? And it's not punting that bugs me as much as it is a 3 and out. We got to be able to give our defense a break and continue to play team ball. And sometimes you're not going to score every single series. 28 points is solid. I think we left some out there. We left some drives out there. And so some of those things we need to clean up, whether they be a block here or there or a penalty here or there that sets us behind the chains, and then we make it much harder. And those are the things that have haunted us, and we got 2 games to learn, 2 games to grow, and we got to try to punch our ticket.
Did you see Zevi's touchdown celebration after his?
I didn't.
Okay.
I don't get too much into the celebrations.
Okay. Well
I did see Christian Hellborn do the gritty from like midfield all the way to the sidelines. So